Daniel chapter 2, lesson 3, part 2. Nebuchadnezzar was very angry and ordered the execution of all the Chaldeans. Daniel 2:12. For this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. This order applied to Daniel and his friends. Daniel 2:13. So the decree went forth, and the wise men were to be slain, and they sought Daniel and his companions to be slain. But God provided the way out. Notice how Daniel handled the situation. He did not freak out. He used wisdom and tact in his communication. He asked Arioch how hard of a man must the commander of the king's guards been, the reason for the king's order. Daniel 2:14 and 15. Then Daniel returned, answered with counsel and prudence to Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, who is gone forth to kill the wise men of Babylon. He answered Arioch, the king's captain, "Why is this decree so urgent from the king?" Then Arioch made the thing known to Daniel. Daniel went directly to the king. Daniel had already found some favor with the king. See verse 120. He offered to give the king what he wanted. No excuses. He just needed some time. Daniel 2:16. Daniel went in and desired of the king that he would appoint him a time, and he would show the king the interpretation. God had prepared the king's heart. Nebuchadnezzar did not accuse Daniel of stalling as he had done with the others. Verse 2:8. Daniel already had the gift set needed to interpret the dream. Verse 1:17. He got some prayer partners right away. Daniel 2:17 and 18. Then Daniel went to his house and made the thing known to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, his companions, that they would desire mercies of the God of heaven concerning the secret, that Daniel and his companions should not perish with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. And God revealed the dream and the meaning of the dream to Daniel. Daniel 2:19 through 21. Then was the secret revealed to Daniel in a vision of the night. Then Daniel blessed the God of heaven. Daniel answered, "Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. He changes the times and the seasons. He removes the kings and sets up the kings. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who have understanding." Daniel 2:22. He reveals the deep and secret things. He knows what is in the darkness, and the light dwells with him. I thank you and I praise you, you God of my fathers, who have given me wisdom and might, and have made known to me what we desired of you, for you have made known to us the king's matter. Daniel involved Arioch again. Daniel 2:24. Therefore Daniel went to Arioch, whom the king had appointed to destroy the wise men of Babylon. He went and said thus to him, "Don't destroy the wise men of Babylon. Bring me in before the king, and I will show the king the interpretation." Arioch brought Daniel to the king. Arioch also took a bit of credit for finding someone to interpret the dream. Daniel 2:25. Then Arioch brought in Daniel before the king in haste, and said thus to him, "I have found a man of the children of the captivity of Judah, who will make known to the king the interpretation." Daniel gave God the credit for everything. Daniel 2:26 through 28. The king answered Daniel, whose name was Belteshazzar, "Are you able to make known to me the dream which I have seen, and the interpretation of it?" Daniel answered before the king and said, "The secret which the king has demanded can neither wise men, enchanters, magicians, nor soothsayers show to the king. But there is a God in heaven who reveals secrets, and he has made known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Your dream and the visions of your head and your bed are these." The end of Lesson 3, Part 2.